You're repeating the same thing. Wait. Even after explaining it to 3 times, you're repeating the same thing, which means you have really some problem comprehending a simple thing.
Hashim, can I add to what he's saying? Can I just add to what he's saying?
Only if he keeps quiet.
Okay.
Because I can listen to one person and talk to one person. Because if he keeps butting in all the time, it really is not going anywhere, this conversation. Alright? So tell him to keep quiet and then I'll proceed. Tell him to keep quiet first. Can you manage that? Tell your man to keep quiet.
Can she respond?
No, you wouldn't do that, would you? I didn't expect it anyway. Okay, go on. Yes.
So what he's basically saying is that, first of all, a man is the one doing the divorcing.
Yes.
Yeah. According to that scripture. Second of all, why is it that if it's the man doing the divorcing, why is it that the woman then is the one going to marry somebody else? And the reason why I bring sex into it is very important, because we know that in Islamic marriage it's only consummated through sex. So there is a problem, because then the woman is there objectified as a sexual object, and we know it's a problem. We know it's a problem today, because when women...
Why didn't you deal with ayah? Deal with ayah.
Yes, it's a problem in today's world because of this.
You're giving a commentary on it.
This verse.
I didn't ask you to give a
don't
commentary, because you're giving a commentary now.
You interrupting me is not going to stop the fact of the matter that this verse basically objectifies women as a sexual object.
No. Now you're preaching.
No.
Now you're preaching. It's got nothing to do with it.
The man is the one doing the divorcing, not the woman.
A man.
He's doing the divorcing. Yet it's upon the woman to go and have sex with someone in order to get back with her husband.
No.
Why is it the woman? Why is it not the man?
Did you see that? Did you see?
Answer the question.
Can we have a conversation between you and me?
No,
because this man here is very rude.
I'm staying here.
I didn't tell you to go away.
I'm staying here.
Do I feel like
I am staying here.
Okay, listen to it. You said there was...
Answer the question.
I will answer. Will you shut up?
Do you understand?
Yes.
Do you understand?
Do you understand me?
Can you explain what our question is?
I'm waiting for you to shut up.
Okay, go on.
Good. Okay. Now listen to this. This is in Tafhim al-Quran. Okay? Tafhim al-Quran is one of the tafsirs, and this is the tafsir of a Muslim, not a Christian, yes, who have been misrepresenting the Quran many times. Now let me finish this. Let me finish. Stop interrupting. I said Tafhim al-Quran.
Which one?
Tafhim al-Quran.
Okay.
No interrupting. Let me finish. Listen, can I finish? Okay. It says in Tafhim al-Quran with regards to this verse, chapter 2, verse 232. Now do not interrupt until I finish this. It is known from authentic tradition that it is totally illegitimate for a person to arrange a marriage of his divorced wife with someone else on understanding that the latter will divorce her. Okay? To make it possible to make it possible for the former husband to recontract marriage with that woman. Okay, is that clear? Good.
Very clear.
Yes, let's carry on. So he says it is basically known from authentic tradition that is totally illegitimate. It is haram. Yes, haram too for a person to arrange a marriage of his divorced wife with someone else on the understanding that the latter will divorce her, to make it possible for the former husband to recontract marriage with that woman. That goes completely against your tafsir, which is incorrect.
Tafsir, we're reading the Quran.
When I say tafsir, means you interpreted the verse on your own whims.
No, we didn't.
Yes, you did.
We just read what
it's
the
on
Quran
camera.
says.
It's on camera.
We read what the
No, you did not.
says.
She said a lot of things.
What the Quran says.
You're interrupting again. I said to shut up.
Why are you reading 232?
Okay. Now I say
we're reading 230. Why are you reading 232?
No, it's 253 is a reference to the tafsir. It's not the verse number. It's not the reference
of 230.
Of 230, yeah. 230. Look. Okay. Like I said, stop interrupting.
Just keep going.
No, stop interrupting. I'll keep going.
I'm verifying.
You're not fine. You keep interrupting.
I'm verifying.
Okay, so shut up and listen this time. It says here, yes, I'm rude because I've told you so many times to keep quiet. It doesn't listen. That is called rude. Okay, listen. Such trickery, the same tafsir. Such trickery would in fact be an act of sheer sexual corruption, okay, and would render the woman liable to remarriage with the former husband, according to a tradition transmitted from Ali, and then Ibn Masud, Abu Huraira, Uqba ibn Amr, radiyallahu anhum, as arranged. The Prophet pronounced his curse on those who arrange, as well as on those who agree to contract such fictitious marriages. I think that puts a nail in that coffin. Because these people, they were telling us that this is a corruption that the Muslims are doing in Pakistan and where else. Allah and His Rasul has already told us that these people were lying to us. Now wait a minute. How I answered your question?
Yeah.
Yes? Good, thank you very much.
Can we respond?
At least you're honest enough to say that.
Can I
Good.
respond?
Good, carry
So
on.
I like what you said.
So
Like,
you
brought
realize
tafsir.
it's haram
No,
in Islam to do it deliberately.
So who's that tafsir from? Who's that tafsir?
Tafhim al-Quran.
Okay, is he more authentic than Bukhari?
But it's not a hadith, it's a tafsir.
Okay.
Seriously, man?
She didn't say hadith.
Fine,
She didn't say hadith.
Bukhari is what?
Is he more authentic?
Does Bukhari do tafsir?
It's not about
Okay, fine.
Sir, are you not getting it?
Are you not getting it?
Authentic. Is he more authentic
Okay,
than
wait. First and foremost, wait. What are you trying to say to me now? Are you trying to say that you are going to now gauge between someone who collects hadith and someone who gives tafsir?
Give me time to speak.
It's not accepted. Exactly.
This is not hadith, by the way. This is tafsir. There's a difference between. What's the difference between tafsir and hadith? Do you know?
Give me.
Why in
No,
Islam a
should I
man can
respond?
marry more than
But
one
before you
woman?
respond, I need you to understand the difference between tafsir and
No, but
hadith.
you've been speaking. Let me respond.
It's haram. Sorry, you finish.
Let me
End game.
respond. Let
Okay,
me
go on.
respond. So this guy still did not
Quality on
answer.
your basis.
Hang on. So, if you
Actually, the answer has been responded clearly. Now she's saying who's more legitimate. Yeah, go on. It's not a response.
Can I respond?
If it is to this point, yes, please go
Yes,
on.
it's to that point. You still didn't answer us why, because the Quran clearly says it's the woman that has to go and sleep with somebody.
Where is this
in
to
order
sleep
to
with
get-
someone? That's a
in order
lie.
to get
Where is this
back-
to sleep with someone? I challenge you to show me that. I challenge you to show me where it says sleep with someone.
That's married with another person. What does she do?
Shush. You tell me.
How is it marriage?
No, you said the Quran says.
How is
Wait,
it marriage?
are you inferring from what the Quran says, or does the Quran say?
You know what?
Let me
Give him that.
I think the answer is given. We don't need to go any further. I would rather listen. You know, earlier you said.
Please don't let me speak.
No, because you're saying lies about the Quran.
Hashim.
You lied about what's in the
Why
Quran.
did you correct? We allowed you to.
Let her talk.
to be
You
doing
read
that.
your stuff.
Can you
We
let
allowed
me
You
speak?
said you were going to respond to this point.
I am
calm
responding
down,
to
then.
it.
Do you agree? Wait. Before you go any further, I want to know: is halal marriage haram based on this or not?
Hang on,
Calm
you
down,
haven't answered
she'll
my
respond.
question.
Calm down.
You haven't responded.
Okay, go on.
From what you're saying,
Yes.
according
Based
to
on
that,
the Tafhim al-Quran.
It's haram. It's haram. Yeah.
Alhamdulillah,
But
good.
But the point is this: you have not answered our question about
is?
why is the woman having to go and marry somebody,
Having to go?
yes, in order to get back with her husband. You haven't answered that.
No, it wasn't in
Why is
order
it not
to.
the husband?
Please,
Why is
can
it
you-
not the husband doing
can you-
it? Why is the wife doing it?
I've already told it's haram. You're saying in order to.
No, the Quran
That means there's a
says-
premeditated reason.
The Quran's wrong.
Haram. According
No,
to
you
Sahih
misunderstood
Bukhari,
Quran like you did earlier.
which he doesn't want me to read. It is not haram. According to Sahih
Oh, now you're going to Bukhari.
Yes,
So we are done with 2:30. Now we are going to Bukhari. Before you do that,
read it.
no. No, wait. Before you do that, it's my turn to ask you a question now.
Don't run away.
It's my turn to ask you.
No.
I don't run away. Okay, if she doesn't want to, I'll preach anyway. According to Islam, a man and a woman is allowed to marry. According to Islam, a man and a woman are allowed to marry. In Christianity, they are not allowed to marry. Sorry, not allowed to get divorced. A woman and a man cannot get divorced in Christianity, okay? And the only way they can get divorced is if there is sexual, if there is an adultery committed. So what I'm saying is, stop shouting. In Christianity, they cannot get divorced. This is what happened. I said to her, I will answer your question and that is my turn. She's not letting me go. No. Nothing you said. I read it. So anyway, in Islam you can get divorced. In Christianity, you cannot get divorced. That is the thing. In Matthew chapter 5 verse 32, anyone who gets divorced is considered an adulteress. Okay, anyway. Assalamu alaikum, jazakallah khairan. Let's go guys, come on. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد وعلى آل محمد كما صليت على إبراهيم وعلى آل إبراهيم إنك حميد مجيد. So basically we were discussing about chapter Surah Al-Baqarah verse 230. I gave them the tafsir from Tafhim al-Quran, which is from Abu al-Ala al-Mawdudi. So the tafsir clearly said what they were insinuating is haram, i.e., the woman has to get married to another, a divorced woman has to get married to another man in order for her to get married to the former husband who divorced her. The ayah doesn't say this. This is their own spin and their own interpretation of the clear ayah, which says that there is nothing wrong in a divorced woman marrying another husband, and then consequently, not deliberately, not intentionally, this husband happens to divorce her, and then this divorcee can go back to her ex-husband or the first husband that she was married to. It's very clear, a very clear position, which they are trying to basically misinterpret, just like many of these people who say that halal is halal and it can be done. So you just marry temporarily someone and then get divorced from them and then sleep with that person and then get divorced and you can go back to your former husband. This, like I said, in the tafsir and from the sunnah, it is clear that this practice is something that is Islamically illegitimate. It's something that is clearly haram, which is unacceptable, un-Islamic.
Can you just clarify for us what a tafsir is and the hadith?
Oh yes. I think that lady over there who was too insecure to give her first name is basically, she's saying who is better or who is more reliable, Bukhari or this tafsir. I mean, she has to realize and understand the difference between a hadith collection like Bukhari and a tafsir like Tafhim al-Quran. So tafsir al-Quran is basically the exegesis of the ayahs of the Quran, yes, which they can use the hadith as well within the exegesis. Nothing wrong in that. However, what Bukhari and Muslim are, they are basically collection of hadiths and compiled in form of, like for example, Sahih al-Bukhari, an authentic hadith compendium, a book, and the same thing with Muslim and the other hadith collection as well. So there's a clear difference between hadith collectors and about mufassirs of the tafsir, or the people who do the tafsir or the exegesis of the Quran. And it's very clear. So basically I told this lady and Daniel over there that I will answer your question provided you answer one of mine, and they didn't want to basically say yes or no. And when it came to ask my question, I said, okay, it's my turn, and they jumped into another topic about hadith, Bukhari and all that. We could have answered that, no problem, but it is a principle that you ask a question and give the opponent a chance to ask a question as well. It's not all, basically everything is geared towards the Christian understanding of what the Quran is, because they have basically learned from J. Smith, who used to do the same thing, misinterpret the Quran's clear ayats with complete disregard to the mufassirs, the tafsirs, the exegesis of the Quran, and with the complete disregard to the authentic narrations, and with regards to the opinion of the ulama and the scholars with regards to tafsir. They just jump into the Quran and they think they can interpret it. This is exactly what happens to them and to all the other people, even Muslims, who think that they can understand the Quran without the aid of the tafsirs, without the aid of the hadith, without the aid of the scholars even. They think they can just interpret it themselves, and just like they do with the Bible, and try to come up with Trinity when it's not even there. Yes, you know that's my favorite topic, so I brought it in again. But inshallah, we will actually expose them if they misinterpret the Quran. We will not allow the Quran to be treated like the way they treat the Bible, i.e. misinterpreted based on their own whims and desires with complete disregard to any scholars or whatsoever, even from the Christian perspective. So anyway, Jazakallah khairan for your time and for listening to us and for your support of this channel and the other channels. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.